Hello my internet friends and welcome to another video. This is a long overdue video, and as you can see I have some brushes in my hand. This is my brush set. It's from Sedona Lace. I'm not a huge makeup person. I do not know much about makeup, and I wanted to start using makeup. I needed some brushes, I needed some makeup. Obviously I needed, the stuff you use for makeup. So I watched a bunch of videos about which brush set to get, and everybody was raving about the Sedona Lace brushes. So I went on Sedona Lace and I got this. I think this was I think it's originally like $70 or something, but it was a holiday and they were having 50% off, so I got this 50% off. And they have so many different types, different. Some come in a pack of 12, 16, 24. Some are pink and black, different colors. But I knew I'm not a huge makeup person, at least not yet. I didn't want to spend a lot of money on something I wouldn't use, and I just thought this was so pretty. It has Sedona engraved down here with the thing, and then it has this. I thought it was so pretty, so I got this. And the brushes itself I think are very beautiful. This is quite dirty because it has my foundation on it, but without the foundation the tip is white. It's not dirty actually, it's just the color of my foundation. The pack it comes in, if you can see this is a pack of 12, and I got this because I felt like this had everything I needed. Personally for me, because I have super oily skin, so I'm always recommended to use liquid foundation, and this is the perfect liquid brush. And then apart from foundation, one thing I like to do is my eyebrows, and this is the angled brush for doing the eyebrows, even though I don't use it anymore because I have my tattoo brows that I don't need to do in the morning. And then this is a powder brush because I using my liquid foundation. I use the mineralized skin finish from MAC too, and this is that brush you use for that. But I do have another, I think it's an elf brush that I use, so I've never used this. And then I thought I was going to be contouring, so these are the contour brushes. And then it has contour brushes, highlight brushes, and then these things for under the eye, and then around. This is for eyeshadow. It has eyeshadow brushes. I felt it was a good pack because it has eyeshadow brushes. It has small, then medium, then large. It has everything you could need as a beginner. When I got to the first thing I did was I soaked it in water. That was my first mistake because I soaked all of them in water, and some of them were white, like this one. This one was white, but you can see it has some black on it because I soaked it with the black brushes, and then it ran into it. Then even this, without my foundation, it's like the one I just showed you because the black ran into the white. But the color in my black brushes ran into the white ones. So that's the first thing I'll say. If you're going to get these, do not soak them in together before you start using them. I saw on the internet somewhere, or I read somewhere, that you have to soak your brushes before you start using them. So that's what I did. I soaked my brushes. Now they are extremely soft. I like, these are so soft, so soft, so soft, so pretty. So those are the pros. It has every brush you could need for eyes, nose, cheeks, blush, makeup, foundation, any brush you could need. It has everything in there. They are very pretty. They are pink with Sedona Lace written on it. To the cons, these shed like crazy. Okay, these shed like crazy. Like, this thing used to be so much thicker. This thing used to be so much thicker. They shed like crazy. Like, when the first day I soaked them in, it had all these hairs in the thing I soaked it in, and I was like, okay, maybe that's the point of soaking it, so that all the stray hairs would come out. And then I was like, okay, whatever, it's still pretty thick. What do I need the super thick brush for? Because it was really super thick. Like you can see, this I haven't used is super thick, super thick. That's because I haven't used it. But if I were to use it, this would be thin. Every time I'm using it, hair all over my bristles or whatever this thing is, all over my face, and then I have to pick it off with my nails. I'm like, and then this thing's shedding all over my face. I'm like, what the heck? This is not a cheap brush set. This is pretty expensive. And all these liars on YouTube, okay, I watched so many YouTube reviews. Everybody was raving about the Sedona Lace. I'm like, why would you do that? Why? Like, if so why would you lie? Like, I do not understand it. You know, it's okay to name the pros and it's okay to name the cons. Like, tell us these are the pros, but also tell us that it sheds and then we buy it at our own risk. Like, this shed, like, look how thin. Like, can you see the holes in between? This sheds like crazy. And then I was like, okay, maybe I just got a bad set, because it can't be that all these YouTubers are lying, or maybe the company sends them a special set that they make of better quality, and they, to the rest of the public, they sell the poor quality ones. I was like, you know, I'm not the luckiest person on earth. Sometimes some things happen to me and I'm like, yeah, that would happen to me. I'm so unlucky. Anyway, I rebuke it in Jesus' name. I'm not unlucky. But, you know, so these things happen to me. Like, there would be a good product and then I'd be the one person to get the bad one in the set. I was like, you know, me and my luck. Maybe I got the bad set. No, my sister has it too. My sister's like, oh my gosh, I hate this brush set. This is all over my face. This shit, I don't know how to, I don't know how to explain it to you. I don't know if anybody has had this experience, if anybody has this brush set. When you use it, you know, this sheds like crazy. You have the bristles all over your face and then you have to pick it off with your nail or with something, and that kind of ruins your makeup, because then you're picking it off. And I was like, why lie to us if these are not good? I would not recommend this, no, especially for the price. I mean, I got these as 50% off, but if I had paid the original price, I would cry myself to death. But I do not recommend them. I do not recommend them, no. I'm looking at a couple of brushes I've heard are good. I've heard the e.l.f. set is pretty good. Let me know if you know of something affordable that is good. And yeah, I'd like to try it out, because this is terrible. Terrible. And I think I've only been able to cope or manage because I do not use makeup often. If I had to go through what I go through every day, I probably would not be using these. I probably would have a new set. But the truth of the matter is, I don't do this often, so I don't go through it often enough to, you know, say that, oh, I'm done, or like I need a new set. So I have had these for a while, for a good while, for a number of years. No, terrible. Beauty no brains. I feel like it's a typical example of beauty without brains. It's just, I just find it so beautiful but highly not functional. And then at some point I was like, you know, maybe just this brush is bad, because that's the only one I really use. I use these, but these don't shed. They are so tiny. And I was like, you know, maybe the other big ones are not that bad. And my sister's like, no, they are all terrible, because my sister actually uses all of them. Like, they are all terrible. It's a bad brush set. It's terrible. Okay, I believe you, because I've had my experience with this thing. So they are all bad. It's not just this. The small ones are okay, because, you know, how much can a small brush be? Terrible. Stay away. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.